Hello to my subscribers, my future subscribers, and my Facebook fans. Welcome to my channel. This is Amorica. I had gotten a request on how to maintain and keep your acrylic nail brush in good condition. The information that I'm giving you right now is based on 20 years of experience. So let us begin. The brush that I have right here is an oval 10. I have been using this for a couple of years now. The only time I ever replace my brush is when the hairs start thinning out or falling out, and it does not work like it does when it's brand new. So, but I still keep them because, believe it or not, it could go from a 10 to an 8 really easily once you start losing your bristles. But this is a Acrylic Oval 10, and as you see, it is in great shape. Now, I know they sell a lot of cleaners out there, and they are helpful and useful for those who are still pretty much learning how to control their ratio from monomer to powder. Sometimes in the beginning we can't really get everything out, or we're learning, and sometimes if we clean it improperly and maybe don't catch everything, it will settle at the base of the brush and it will harden. So I'm going to show you what I do so that that doesn't happen. First of all, because I've learned to master my product, when I go to lay my product, I have no waste. On my little tiny wipe it that I keep where I wipe my brush, you see I will get a ball with the liquid and then the powder, and then I apply, and then I wipe, and then I clean and repeat. Over time, because I've mastered my product, I leave no buildup or no extra acrylic on my wipe it. So right there, mastery of your art form is going to play a part. So what I do, now that I've of course mastered my skill, because all of our acrylics and monomers and primers are all petroleum based, they're going to have, when everything evaporates, all the liquid, you're going to be left with like an oily residue on the bottom of your dish. If you've ever had like your dish and you left it open by mistake and you had very little in there, and you'll sit there and you'll roll your dish and you'll notice, ooh, I need to clean that out because it has the oil on the bottom from all the liquid evaporating. That right there is what remains on your brush and conditions your brush. So once I'm done, I go and I apply into, or should I say, I soak it and manipulate my brush inside the monomer. Okay, let me go back just a little bit. If you have any acrylic inside your liquid and you try to clean your brush, all that residue will end up getting the powder, the fine, will get trapped in your brush. And that's why some of you, and also when you hang or put your brush in your cup when you're done, you're sitting it upright. So it's going to settle down in here, and that's what's going to get hard. So that you don't want to do. If you find that you've got a little bit of acrylic in there and you can see it, my advice is to get a small little tiny dapping dish for like the 1-finger dapping dishes. Put about half a teaspoon of your monomer in there. Let it maybe soak, not even really let it soak because you just finished using your brush. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put it in there, and you're going to want to work it into the monomer, and just do it a few times, and then bringing it over to your wipe it or your paper towel, trying not to touch the liquid yourself, and go ahead and pull. What you're going to do is you're going to go put in there, and you're going to pull out. Now, and then you're going to of course hang it upside down with the bristles down. Let gravity do some of the work of allowing the reserved liquid come to the tip. Now that's what I've done here, and I have a lamp, and in my lamp I have a spring. I don't know if you can hear that. I hang it in my spring, and and down for it to dry before I put it in my cup to store for the end of the day. But I wanted to show you what happens. I did a bunch of nails, I did a lot of nails yesterday's holiday season. So this is the first, today I'm off, so I get to do this great short video for you. I wanted to show you what happens. And if you can see, by pushing here on the bristles, you saw that little tiny glimmer. It would look like a little flash. That is the oil. You see how it's kind of like, it's kind of bouncing back? That's the oil. And that oil is resting on my brush, but it's not hard, it's soft. And that oil is keeping it conditioned and keeping it in a really nice shape. And then when you come in the morning, or you start your first client, what do? You dap it and look at it spread. Did you see that? How it just spread? Because it you put recontact with the monomer. And of course, since the oil or the residue that was left in your brush is part of the monomer, it just mixed right back in. You see that? Look at that. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to take it, bring my little wipe it or my paper towel, however, and then I'm going to spread. Look at that. Did you see that? That spread with almost no effort. Now it's ready to go. It's ready for service. Now, if you find yourself, something gets a little trapped while you're performing your service, and this is the only time that I recommend a cuticle pusher of any kind, the wooden or metal, because it's not hardened in your brush. Hopefully it's not hardened. But say something, you dip wrong and something gets trapped here and it won't come off while you're doing your service, while you're creating your, like say your apex, and something gets trapped out in here, you're going to want to gently dip, you're going to bring it out, and you're going to take your brush using the tip or the flat edge, and you're going to gently work it out. Gently, ever so gently. You never want to do this if your product has already hardened on your brush, because by trying to do that and even trying to use soak off or anything like that on your, that's extremely drying. And what you're going to do is your tool is actually damaging your bristles. You're going to lose a lot of bristles. So it's going to change the way your product lays when you go to pick up your ball and your monomer ratio. It's going to eventually damage your brush and it won't work right, and you've got to toss it. And remember, when you buy a good brush, you're going to expect to pay anywhere from $35 and up. I think the most I've ever paid is like $58 or $57 for my brush, but it's worth it because it's what you're getting and it's going to last you. And that's all you need. All the brush cleaners out there on the market are fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of them. If it's something you choose or you would like to use, that's fine. I'm just giving you what I have always done. And I never... It's extremely rare, if at all, I think I've ever bought a new brush. I'm trying to think how many brushes I've had in my career. I would have to say maybe about four maybe 5, and I'm being a little generous. And I still have a lot of my older brushes. I may have to pull one out and let you see it. But yeah, that's all I've used. That's all I've ever used, is just the monomer, and that's it, and clean. Got to make sure that it's clean. And there you go. And like right now, what I'm going to do is, after this little demonstration, I'm going to bring my wipe it. I'm going to wipe it. There you go. It's great condition, ready to go. And I'm going to hang it right in my spring. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me. I hope that you will find the information that I share informative and help you make great choices in purchasing your products that you will use to master your art. Don't forget to subscribe. I encourage that because I do appreciate my subscribers. And don't forget to click on the little bell for notifications of future content. Remember to like, also to share, and to comment. I'd love to hear about your experiences. And if you have any other questions, let me know. I would love to hear from you and try to help you answer them. Thank you for allowing me to share my passion for nails with you. Homework is signing off till next time. Bye-bye.